What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingDudes.com, and welcome to our first look at the Belmont Stakes 2024 at Saratoga. That's right, Belmont at Saratoga is going to happen. It's now square in our sights, just a little under 3 weeks away now. We've got the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness in our rearview mirrors. Now let's turn to the big one, the Belmont at Saratoga. Well, look, right now it is kind of a guess. I'm going to talk about all the probables that I've seen. This will change. We'll have updated videos, but this first look is always kind of fun. We had a first look for the Preakness, and Seize the Gray was on the list, and Seize the Gray won the Preakness. So let's talk about the Belmont. West Saratoga, of course, West Saratoga. How could West Saratoga not run at the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga? He's interested in the race. He's in the probables list. Great connections here, great story connections. A horse on the cheaper side. So if he could run in 2 out of 3 legs of the Triple Crown, that'd be pretty cool. Mystic Dan is on the probable list, as well as Torpedo Anna, the winner of the Kentucky Oaks. Now, Torpedo Anna, they may take the conservative route and go to the Acorn, ran on that same day for the females. So that could happen, but she is on the probable, or the possible list, I should say, as well as Mystic Dan. Mystic Dan, I would kind of be a little surprised if he was in it, but if he comes back and he's doing pretty well, why not give him a shot? I thought he ran pretty damn good in the Preakness, and so if he's doing well, give that Belmont a shot. Wouldn't blame him at all. So those 2 Kenny McPeak runners right now under the possible list. Seize the Gray, of course, winner of the Preakness Stakes and the Pat Day. I just thought of this. How cool would it be? I think, first of all, let's just say Seize the Gray is going to be there if he's healthy. There's no doubt about it. D. Wayne is not shy about it. Just thought about this. How cool would it be if Seize the Gray won the Belmont? And he won the Pat Day Mile, the Preakness, and the Belmont. Not a Triple Crown, but that's pretty cool that he would won 3 races on the same day, like winning the Pat Day Mile same day as the Kentucky Derby, and then the last 2 legs. That's about as close to a Triple Crown as you could get for not actually winning the Triple Crown. Just thought about that. That'd be cool. So let's keep going on the probables here. Catching Freedom, he's possible for this race, and he bounced back in 2 weeks. I thought he ran really well in the Preakness. He was my top pick in that race, and end of the day, it's always disappointing when your top pick doesn't win, but I left that race going, look, he did exactly what I wanted him to do, but he just wasn't, it wasn't good enough to win the race, but I thought he was good. So I give him a lot of credit. Hopefully we see him there. He's an honest horse. He's kind of that horse you know what he's going to do. And if it's good enough to win, he wins. And if it's not, he runs second or third, right? So hopefully we see him there. The Wine Steward coming off a second place effort in the Peter Pan. He also was second in the Lexington Stakes. That was kind of the goal all along, to get him to the Belmont here. The Wine Steward really had every chance to win the Peter Pan and kind of spun his wheels a little bit last time out. So it's kind of we'll see what happens with him, but he won't be embarrassed. That's for sure. Honor Marie, who had no chance in the Kentucky Derby. He just got wiped out at the start, and that was it. He was doing really well leading up to the Kentucky Derby. I think he'll be an interesting horse, and I think he should definitely enter the Belmont if healthy. Batten Down, this is Tacitus' little brother. That's right, and he won by the length of the stretch on Maiden Special Weight at Churchill Downs during Kentucky Derby week. Batten Down for Belmont. I think it'd be kind of cool if the brother of Tacitus would enter this race. That'd be kind of neat. But listen, he ran huge last time, so we'll see. I think Batten Down's a pretty nice horse. If he doesn't get it done, if he doesn't run in the Belmont, or maybe get it done in the Belmont, I think down the road you might see this horse in a stakes. He looked pretty darn good that day. The winner of the Peter Pan, Antiquarian, he also pointing for this race for Todd Pletcher. I thought it was a pretty solid effort in the Peter Pan. He's got to get better. I mean, it wasn't like a world-beating effort, but look, I mean, we really haven't had horses win the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown that were coming off world-beating efforts when you think about it, right? So, Antiquarian, he's kind of progressing. He earned his way with that win in the Peter Pan. And look, the Peter Pan, some years it's a total wipeout. In some years we get Tonalist. In some years we get Archangelo. They run in the Peter Pan, they win, and then they win the Belmont. So you always got to kind of keep an eye on that race. It's extremely a hit or miss type of thing, but at times that race could really produce a nice Belmont horse. Finally, 2 others to go, and these are probably, I think one will definitely be the favorite. One will be the second choice. We'll see. Fierceness, he's pointing for the Belmont Stakes, and he's on that every other thing. huge win, terrible loss, huge win, terrible loss. This is the huge win if you believe in that every other situation, because it was a terrible loss in the Kentucky Derby with no excuses. Fierceness. Look, and I know people right after the Derby was like, forget about him and throw him out, and we'll never see him again. And I was quick to say he will 100% be in the Belmont. At this time, at this point, guys, it's just like that's who he is. He's a weird horse. He's a frustrating horse. He's a whatever you want to call him. But when he runs his best race, he's better than these horses. We've seen it. So we'll see what happens. Sierra Leone finally, and this horse will be the favorite after just barely losing the Kentucky Derby, after really causing a lot of his own problems. He'll be the favorite here, I would say, in the Belmont Stakes. Chad Brown trained. You know it would mean the world to Chad Brown to win the Belmont at Saratoga. So Sierra Leone, obviously, he's already up there prepping for this one. So Sierra Leone as well. One other horse, and he's not on the list, but I don't really know what's going to happen with him. But Muth, what about Muth? Is it a fever so bad that we're going to not see him for a while? Is it something minor that he can get over and then go up to Saratoga to run in the Belmont? I would probably say no to that. I bet usually when a horse gets a fever, they don't enter back that quick, but I don't know the severity of it. I don't know how he's doing now, but if he's doing okay, I think they might try it. So I would keep an eye on Muth as well. All right, guys, that'll do it for our first look of the Belmont Stakes. We will be back week after week here to lead up to this and kind of get you updated. So that's the first look at the Belmont Stakes. Stay tuned to the channel. We will have more coverage. All right, guys, hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe. You really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And we'll see you back here for more Belmont coverage over the next 3 weeks.